Welcome back to Cody in the Cinema. Today I wanted to discuss what countries I watch when it comes to foreign films not in English, because I get this question quite frequently, like if you're not watching English films, what are you watching? And the very first country that comes to mind that I watch the most from, and I'd say many people who are fans of like the Criterion Collection or Kino Lorber, you're probably in that same boat, that would just be Japan. Japanese films, a lot of folks who otherwise watch standard English stuff probably have seen a Studio Ghibli film like My Neighbor Totoro or Spirited Away at some point. My favorite Japanese director and my actual favorite director of all time is Yasujiro Ozu. This is just one film I pulled off the shelf, Tokyo Twilight, that he directed. Lots of famous family dramas that are very different than Kurosawa, who's often like the person that people go to. The director who inspired parts of Star Wars and The Magnificent Seven and so on and so forth. Japan is a great place to start if you want to see non-English movies. Lots of good samurai stuff, just anything you can think of, Japan has you covered. Besides that one, a distant second would probably be French films, and a couple come to mind right away. There's like the more recent stuff like Portrait of a Lady on Fire that I really love. This one, beautiful film. And Breathless being like the Criterion staple 4K, Jean-Luc Godard, like this is just like one of the smoothest films I've ever seen. I believe French New Wave there. So France has lots of good movies, lots of imaginative movies, and that's another country I would recommend looking into. And finally, the country that Martin Scorsese got me into, especially in his movie that I have a DVD copy of somewhere, My Voyage to Italy. Italy, all right? And they're, the number one person who comes to mind when you think of Italy is Fellini. I have this great Fellini set. Fun fact, Criterion fans, my Fellini set came damaged. In Criterion, I emailed them and we fixed it in a couple of hours and they sent me what I needed for it not to be damaged because it was like one piece. And just a few emails later and we solved the problem. So great customer service. I always like to bring that up whenever I talk about the Fellini box set, but like this would be a great place to start looking at Italian movies. Just get the Fellini box set. And then I think about a movie, like The Conformist here on Kino Lorber, just a masterpiece. So those are the three nationalities that immediately come to my mind whenever I think about movies that aren't in English, that I really tend to find myself watching a lot of. What are some nationalities you enjoy watching? What are some foreign films that aren't English that you enjoy? Let me know in the comments below, and we'll see you next time on Cody in the Cinema.